It's been a really long time since I've just sat down and talked on my YouTube channel. And me being quiet right now isn't because there isn't anything going on, but it's because there's a reset happening. I've been feeling really lost lately. I have started and stopped this video so many times because I am battling in my head with how I need to show up to reach my goals versus how I authentically am and who I am. I now have a clearer vision of who and where I want to be in life. I want to expand my platforms. I want to be a bigger personal brand. I want to be someone who is either on television with my own show or has my own show on a streaming platform. And in order to get there, I have to freaking work my ass off. And I have to make sacrifices and push myself. And I would be lying if I didn't say that that shit is hard. It's hard to do when you're sleep deprived. It's hard to do when you are essentially in survival mode because you don't know when or where the next check is coming from. And it's hard to do when you have this beautiful little boy that you want to spend more time with. I need a tissue. So, I've been struggling. Okay. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Shay? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you okay, mommy?
I'm fine. Just worry about.
So that was by far one of the most traumatic experiences that I have ever had. It came so unexpectedly. I don't even know how to describe how I felt in the moment, but scared, terrified actually is a better word. Shay is doing so much better. He's okay. We immediately went to the emergency room and we checked everything. There was no concussion, no brain bleed, no head trauma at all. But we did realize that he couldn't stand on his left leg because he just started walking. And and my mom was like, let's put him to stand up and make sure that he's okay. And so I went to stand him up and he stood firmly on his right leg, but his left leg, he had it bent and wouldn't put his foot down. And we did an x-ray and we found out that he had, they thought it was a buccal fracture at first. And then we went to an orthopedic doctor and they said that it's actually multiple fractures above the ankle joint. So we got a CAT scan just to confirm that, and that's exactly what it was. So it's been a week actually. This is exactly a week. Wow, it's Thursday. Yep, at 1 something. So this is the exact time last week when the incident happened, and he's doing a lot better right now. He was he was crying a lot. He was really sad. He could barely sleep. I mean, he still can barely sleep right now. And tomorrow we're going to be going back to the orthopedic doctor to get him a cast. Right now he has his leg in a splint just to hold everything in place. And yeah, so he's going to be in a cast for the next 4 weeks. So he will be right up until his birthday. He'll be rocking a cast. I'm just thanking God for many things. I'm thanking God that he is alive, first and foremost. I am thanking God that there was no head trauma and that he is still the smartest baby I have ever met. I am thanking God that the mirror didn't shatter into pieces and cut him. And I'm thanking God that it was just one leg I'm thanking God for so many things. And I'm thanking God that I was here and able to drive him and my mom to the emergency room and get everything squared away. And that, my friend, is literally how life has been lately. I feel like things have just been coming out of everywhere at every angle to me, and I feel that this has been one of my most difficult seasons in a long time. It is by far not the hardest season I've ever been through because I am blessed to have a roof over my head, a beautiful, beautiful family, and food and water and all that stuff. And I love my career. But it is a hard season right now. And because of that, I felt, like I mentioned before, I felt lost in a way. And I feel like I have so many different goals and ambitions right now. And I just am like trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to fit that into the platforms that I've built and how I'm going to show up. So I'm trying to work through it. I'm trying to, move with the shift because right now I'm essentially not just rebranding, I'm rebranding. Full stop. I am rebranding. The crazy thing is, I initially thought that I was just going to be rebranding for my podcast. I was like, okay, I'm going to change the name of it, the style, the flow, the format, all of that. And in the process of rebranding my podcast, I realized, okay, if I'm going to be rebranding this podcast, I need to shift the way that I show up in all areas of my work. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to have to now rebrand my Instagram, my YouTube, just my overall presence. And as I was doing that and I started to dig really deeply into like why I'm choosing specific colors, why I have this name, what the point of view is on the podcast and what I really want people to feel when they listen to my podcast, I started to realize, okay, if I want people to feel this, I have to do this in my day-to-day life as well. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be out here like, okay, you need to take care of yourself, you need to love yourself, you need to embrace the messy and flow with life when I am not. So I was like, and also, you know what it is? I'm going through all of the things that I want to touch on in my podcast rebrand. And I was just like, I think it's time for me to shake shit up in my life. I have essentially been doing a lot of the same things and haven't really seen much of a difference or much of a return. So I'm like, okay, I need to rebrand my entire life. And what does that mean? For me, rebranding my life is setting in place new routines and rituals, pushing myself to places that are scary, intimidating. I am waking up a lot earlier now to give myself more time. I am going to bed earlier so that I can have more energy. I am moving my body again in different ways. Also, looking at like my clothing, the way that I'm expressing myself physically. I want to live in the way that I see myself. That's what's shifting the most for me right now. Showing up differently for myself in order to truly see not just change, but to see the life that I know I deserve really come out and come to fruition. I'm also, transitioning myself from just being a social media influencer or creator to a host and a speaker. Like I want everything that I do now to showcase the fact that I would like to have a TV show in the future. So I need to start creating content that is more elevated and more a little bit more complex, a little bit more unique. It doesn't have to be like, crazy production every single time I show up online, but there has to be like a common thread with everything that I create that lets you know that like your girl is out here. Like I would like to be hosting my own show. I can't say like I want to host my own show, but I'm not speaking to the camera. I'm not doing things that showcase somebody who is a host at the end of the day. I also feel like this motherhood journey has helped me to just become a lot more intentional about the journey that I'm on and like the things that I want out of life, and about I'm just more intentional about my time because I don't have a lot of time, as much time as I used to. I have just become a lot more particular in that realm, and my retreats. So I feel like the two main pillars of my business, outside of obviously like creating for YouTube and Instagram, are going to be my podcast and my rewritten retreat series. And the Bali retreat, which was my second retreat, was such a success. Oh my God. There were 13 of us, and we had a ball. It was the most beautiful, eye-opening, groundbreaking trip, and I feel like everybody left feeling more soul nourished than when they got there. They felt not just connected to the women and the things that we were doing, but more connected to themselves. I think that it was just a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. We had so many different adventures. We tried new things. We pushed ourselves out of our comfort zone. We opened up to each other during different workshops. Like it was just such it was such an amazing trip. And like leaving that, I was like, okay, yes, that was number 2. We're going on to number 3. We ready. And I planned that trip immediately. So the next one is going to be in Italy. It's going to be in Tuscany, Italy. And that trip, I just want the women who are attending to embrace the luxury of life, and the little luxuries, the big luxuries, the glamour, all of the things that you know that you deserve as a woman and as a human being. That is what I want this Tuscany retreat to be. I think Bali was about adventure, and I want Tuscany to be a mix of adventure, but also taking things slowly and basking, really luxuriating in everything. So, whether that is delicious wine, delicious food, the beautiful views of the countryside, getting more sleep, I am so excited for this next journey and experience and getaway and adventure we're gonna go on. So that is happening in April of 2026. So actually, spots are open right now for you to book if you're interested. And I'm running an early bird special right now, so you'll get $300 off if you book, if you're one of the first 10 people to book. So get on it. If that sounds like something that you know that your soul needs, treat yourself. Right now, I'm just reflecting on life, what has gone well, what has gone wrong, and how I envision my life. I've been spending a lot of time putting together like Pinterest boards, vision boards, writing out like my life manifesto, journaling. I've been spending so much more time daydreaming and less planning, less like strong, concrete, firm plans about where I want my life to be and what I want to do, and more so thinking about how I want to feel, how I want to indulge in life, and the things that not just bring me joy, but the things that spark more like romance in my life. And I'm not talking about romance like with David. I love him so much. I'm not talking about with him. I'm talking about just like, I hate the phrase romanticizing life, but because it's been overused, but really just like looking at all areas of my life and how beautiful it is despite the ups and downs and the craziness, and figuring out how I can really just indulge in it more, and how I can take everything that I've learned, continue to learn, but also really just evolve with it. Yeah, it's been so fun putting together my Pinterest board. What do I have? I have it. It's called like Aisha's Life 2.0 or something. In the past, I've done vision boards that have been like super literal. It's like fitness, goals, work, money, that kind of thing. And now I'm just like really leaning into ease. I'm leaning into creativity, fun, play. And these are the things that I want in my life. And I feel like if I'm working on attracting that, if I'm working on attracting a feeling, all the other things that will create that feeling for me are going to fall into place. Like right now, ease will be achieved with money. So I am working towards bringing ease into my life. And so with that, money will come. So I'm trying to look at it through that lens, which is a little bit different, as opposed to like being so like really stressing myself out, because as you saw from earlier on in the video, I was crying because I'm just like really trying to figure it all out. So I don't know, I think a lot even changes in a week, after seeing having such a traumatic and terrifying incident happen with my son. That also puts things into perspective for me. And I think that has in some ways shaped my outlook this week. I think growth is not something that is, okay, you have a timeline. Like, okay, I'm going to be on a growth trajectory from January 1st through September 18th. And now I'm done growing, I'm done learning. And now I'm going to be on this from this date through this date. No, like I am growing every single day, every single week through all of the experiences that I'm experiencing. In what I've been writing down in my journal about this next phase for myself, I'm calling it the unveiling. I am so done with like, oh, this is the person I want to be. This is the person that I know I deserve to be. And I'm just going to be her. I'm just going to be her. I am putting together all of these images and things that I love that are really inspiring me, because my goal now is to just embody, like just be. So that is what's next for me. I'm just going to be. The podcast is going to come out. The trips are going to continue. More in-person events are going to take place. The money is going to flow. I am going to look finer. And I'm just going to be. So if you are in your own season of transition right now, I just want you to know that you are not alone. Girl, you are absolutely not alone. We are on this journey together. So let's hold hands and grow through all of the mess. I love you, and until next time.